Hello, everybody.
Explorers. Oh, you messed up. You didn't do it at the same time.
Yes, we
We gotta
did.
restart the show.
Oh, too late.
Hello.
We did do it at the same time.
Welcome, everyone.
How is everybody? Welcome.
This is our... No, it's not our first show.
It's our second
It's our
show
second one.
because we canceled last week
Yes.
because some things were happening and we needed to cancel. Excuse me. So we are back
We are back.
and we are ready. And there you go.
So welcome, everyone. We are excited to talk about the cruises from what we went on last year. I thought we had gone on 4 cruises because the previous year we did 6. And we only did 3. I shouldn't say we only did 3 because 3 is still quite a bit. And they were such a wide range of cruises.
I feel blessed and thankful that we can even do what we do.
Yes.
Because I never thought in my life I would be doing what we do. So I don't take it for granted at all.
For sure. The 3 cruises are the ships behind us because you can't see them. But it was, oh my gosh, this is going to be tough. It was the Virgin. Oh, it's probably easier to do this.
Wow.
With my Suhek binders. The Virgin, Valiant Lady.
You almost smacked me with it.
We then did the...
Oh my gosh.
the Norwegian Encore.
I'm going to need my phone.
And then we ended the year with the Carnival celebration. So 3 different cruise lines, 3 completely different ships, different itinerary. So we're going to talk about each trip that we did. And then I thought it would be fun to see which one we like best. And we have 10 questions on here. We're each going to give a point of which one we like the most. And that will determine which one scored highest. Because I don't know which one I like the best because they all had special things on it. But Greg, I think we need to say hello to all the explorers that have tuned out to watch us. So Greg, welcome.
That have tuned out.
Tuned in.
You guys are all tuned out watching us. You're over this show already. You're tuned out. I mean, I don't blame. I'm just playing.
The first one isn't on here. The first one was actually Daniel Fields was on there.
Welcome, Daniel Fields. Welcome, Just Dave, Jamie Wilhite, Carla McClendon, Danny D, the spectacular supporter. Do we want to hit that, please? Yes. Ann Hanley,
Let's
welcome. Buffalo Bills. What in the world is he doing over there?
Our cat's going crazy.
Wait, what did you do? Nautical nurse Nancy is here. Why am I sounding like a game shows? Ryan Donahue. Are you passing people? Midwest Katie. Cheryl, one deck down. And I don't know if we missed anybody, but if we did, I apologize. Welcome, everybody. This is all I've been doing all day today is looking at a screen. So I'm kind of like,
You know who you look like now? The guy that was in the Gladiator.
You are not saying I look. You are not saying. Oh my God, he's in the box. Can you? What's in that box?
It's all our Christmas decorations for the table.
You're saying I look like Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
Oh my, hardly.
Not a young Russell Crowe, the older Russell Crowe.
Oh, gee, thanks. That's not even a compliment.
Thank you, Danny. Danny is saying that she likes our D&G. This is actually our one that we made when we went on our Alaskan cruise. So it's cold here, not as cold as you guys are experiencing on the East Coast, but we've had some nights where we were like very chilly, down into the low 30s. And we also have, it looks like the traveling Gilberts are here. Greg,
who the heck are the Gilberts? Welcome.
Welcome in, you guys.
Gregory growing his hair and Derek rebelling by cutting his off.
We're trying to balance it out. So we figured if I went super short and he went super long, it would equal out. But this is actually a week old too, because I got my hair cut last week.
My
dilly.
Dilly dilly,
Jim.
more sunshine, please. Seasons greetings, Jim. My hair is probably what I don't even remember when I got cut last.
It was
Probably summertime
mhm.
is when I got it cut last. So yeah, but I foresee a change in the upcoming future.
How about Friday?
Who knows?
Oh, thank you, Nancy. She says we're definitely a great balance for each other.
Thank you.
I'm the yin and you're the yang, or is it you're the yang and I'm the
There's
yin? Oh, I just said the same thing.
Ying and yang. Y-I-N-G and Y-A-N-G.
All right, Greg. I think we need to start the show off with a drink. So, Greg, why don't you bring out the drink? Carla, are you
Touch of the barefoot bubbly.
Pink Moscato? Carla,
Pink
are you
Moscato.
on a? As we now are out of focus, are you on a cruise? Because I thought I saw a
We're
picture of
still
you.
out of focus.
I thought I saw a picture of you on a cruise. It was good. So let us know. Paul Eichenlob, welcome
go.
for coming to. I can't even talk. Welcome to come in. Oh my god.
Wow. Welcome to our show.
What
See,
is wrong
I
with
had
me?
I had the power. I used the force.
Angela Nemesis, as Josh says.
You are on your own with that one. Angela Nemechek, welcome. Derek cannot talk apparently, and I thought I was zoned out today like a zombie.
Just remember the mic's here. So if you make noise, it's gonna be ultra loud.
Oh, so you guys get to hear the sensation of the pop, and it's not even going. Yeah?
And Anne, with you living in the Buffalo area, how bad was the snow? Were you guys okay? I know that was a really huge storm that went through the area, so I hope everything is good.
Woo!
No, Anne. Not oddly enough, but I didn't have anything to drink today. I just can't speak. I think when you finally have a day off and you've been dealing with we're buying and I would say building a new house. We're buying a new house. We're still in the process of that. And with the craziness of work with after holidays and working in retail, and Greg's still in his period where it's open enrollment, everything is like,
I'm glad you clarified that.
Hyper crazy for us right now. So I think my mind and my mouth are continually to do things differently. So Anne said, we are fine. The South Towns where the stadium is, though, got hit hard. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And I guess another storm is supposed to come through, but it's supposed to clear up by game time. So, Greg, let's get some of this barefoot, bubbly pink Moscato, sparkling pink Moscato. So, dilly dilly.
So, dilly, cheers to everybody.
Sweet and sweet. And while we're doing this, Greg, so we can kind of munch along on this, our friend Jim from More Sunshine.
Kind of what along?
Munch along as we're going on it. We were gifted something from Jim from More Sunshine, please.
I'm like, munch along. Tiny Tony's Chocolonely. No, that's not right. What in the Chocolonely? Who the heck made this up? Okay, can you guys read that?
Tilt it.
Chocolonely.
It looks like
Chocolonely. There we go.
Chocolonely.
No, there's no colon. Tiny Tony's Chocolonely is how I would say it. I don't even want to think about colon when I'm eating chocolate. Come on now.
So we're gonna try this. This is recommended by Jim.
Of course, Jim would give us a tongue twister, wouldn't you, Jim?
Traveling Gilbert says you can't eat what we are sending you. So they come in individually wrapped.
Very convenient.
Has anyone had these before?
Oliver Reed. Yeah, that's it. Who the heck is Oliver Reed? Now I'm gonna have to look that up because I have no idea who Oliver Reed is.
The guy from the Gladiator, Oliver Reed.
That's what I just said.
Not
But I don't know who Oliver Reed is.
Those are good. You can taste the caramel sea salt on there.
Did you show
them?
them?
Crunchy.
That's what the chocolate looks like.
Angela called you Shaggy again. And
I don't know who that Shaggy person is, but I'll tell him you said hi.
Nancy says she likes the barefoot. Yeah, it's inexpensive and it's really, really good.
I really like this chocolate.
So, Greg, let's get started because we got quite a few fun things to talk about.
So, crazy about chocolate, serious about people. Sorry. This
Okay, it's only an hour show.
This here is an undefeated fan favorite. What do you do? What do you get when you mix? I can't read this. Creamy caramel and pops of flaky sea salt. Bite-sized chocolates making outsized.
You really can read very well.
Yes, but I can't see this. Outsized impact, whatever that means. We're Tiny's Chocolonely. We exist to. What in the world? We exist to end modern slavery and illegal child. What? In the chocolate industry, not just our chocolate, but all chocolate worldwide. The more people join us and share our mission, the sooner 100% slave-free chocolate becomes the norm. The chocolate is the choice is yours. Are you in? Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, that's a good message, but I thought it was telling you about the chocolate and stuff.
It's about their mission.
Yes, which is still good.
Anne said he was cute, the one guy that Jim had said, but he's no longer with us. So I'm not sure what character he was. Nancy Fields, welcome in. She was over at the Emmys. How exciting. She was down there rubbing elbows with all the actors and actresses.
I watched the Emmys, and this year I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't too into the show this year. I don't know what. I liked how I
like the host. Really like him.
And I liked his mom. I don't know if that was his real mama, but he called her mama. But I liked how they did the different sets from past shows and things like that. That was fun.
And Nancy said so fun. Okay, so let's get into the trips, Greg, because we got 3 trips to discuss.
Yes, let's get into it.
We're going to talk a little bit about it. So the first one we went on was Virgin Valiant Lady. So a little bit about that. Greg, do you remember when we went?
I didn't realize that Moscato was a bubbly type as well as a regular wine type.
They have a sparkling one.
Do I remember when we went where?
Yes.
Valiant Lady?
On the Valiant Lady, yeah. We went
in a February last year, didn't we?
We went, yeah. And it was, to be honest, it was a group cruise that we never called a group cruise because there was, about 20 of us that went?
It was the definition of the word group. It was a cruise, so it was a group cruise. Yeah. And it was people that we knew, and I think some of us we met for the first time in person, which was cool.
Tiffany, all the things went through our friend Tiffany. They do have a YouTube channel, so check them out.
Yep.
They're Offbeat Travelers, so please check out their channel. But we were left out of Miami, one of our favorite ports to leave out, and probably one of the ports we leave out the most has been Miami.
Nancy got to meet Anthony Anderson, the host, so that's cool.
Yeah, I like him. He's all over the place. He does so much different things.
Like our show, it's all over the place.
Yes, it is. So we did, it was a 6-night cruise. It was the shortest cruise that we went on all year. But we went to Costa Maya. We were supposed to go to Cox and Hull in Roatan, but at the last minute they changed it and we went to Mahogany Bay. So that was kind of interesting, and we'll talk a little bit more about that.
I thought you were going to say mahogany.
Mahogany Bay.
Mahogany, like the wood. Okay.
Yes. And then we ended up the trip in Bimini at their what they called their private island, but it's not obviously a private island.
I always like to say Bimini Bobbity Boo.
Yes.
Instead of Bibbity, it's Bimini.
So we'll talk a little bit about the excursions, but we did, I probably drooled on it knowing me. But we did one of the places we've always wanted to stay at. We wanted to stay downtown, right next to Bayside Market. Or
Awesome, Nancy.
it's not really downtown, but we wanted to stay near the Bayside Market, the place where aliens supposedly visited about 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh
But
my
that's
gosh.
another story in itself.
Yeah.
But we were like, where they were showing the video with all those cars. I don't know if that was from the Holiday Inn or from the Eve Hotel.
mean all the-
YVE.
You mean all the cop cars from
There
Florida?
was lines of cars. That was pretty much the view that we had when we were at the Eve Hotel of the Bayside Market. So,
which is a really nice hotel. We've gone to it twice.
now,
I
yeah.
wouldn't say that we wanted to do it again because the Bayside Market has plenty to eat and do while you're waiting for your cruise.
yeah, there's definitely a lot to do. We were in cabin 13162, which I know probably doesn't mean anything, but it was a balcony
Well,
cabin.
it was our cabin, yeah.
And they have, one of the unique features of it is they have a sling. Is it a sling or what do they call it? Is it a sling? What do they call that on the balcony?
It's not a sling. It's a hammock, basically.
Yes.
When you go, well, when you go out there, it does look like a sling or a swing. There's many ways that you can get onto it. You can be on it like a swing, swinging back and forth. It's knitted
Carla
and
says hammock.
yes, it's knitted. It does spread out lengthwise. So when I was in it, I was actually able to sit back, hold on to it like a swing, and have my feet out onto the hammock, and I was still very comfortable. So my feet were out on the hammock still completely. I was on the hammock, and you can just push yourself from the wall and just swing lightly back and forth. It was so relaxing. I just wish it
I
had.
think I only did it once.
Yeah, I did it a couple times. I wish it had like a motor or something to like just keep you rocking unless the ship was rocking, but that might be a little scary.
True.
But yeah, very relaxing when you can do that.
Travel Adventures with Eric B. Welcome in
Welcome.
our Dolph talking about Miami, our Miami Dolphins fan from
Although
Louisiana.
I do recommend that before using it, you bring a travel size thing of Lysol and you thoroughly spray the hammock down before using it. Just tip of the day type of a thing. I'm that kind of person that would do that because it's a virgin cruise and you just don't know. I mean, any cruise, you just don't know.
Yes, we always sanitize everything.
Yes, we do,
And
actually.
thank you for saying thumbs up. We appreciate all the love and support.
Yes.
Some of the things we did pre-cruise
And welcome, Eric.
on that one. We did kind of have a little bit of a group meetup. We met at the Land Shark, which is, I don't know if it's a subsidiary, but it's basically Margaritaville with a different name.
I liked it.
Yeah, some of the same stuff was in there. It's right next to the Hard Rock Cafe. It's connected to that building. So we ate there, and there was probably about 20 of us that went to that. So it was a good little meetup before the night.
That's where Gary and his wife was there. We met his sister, her sister-in-law.
Yes.
Angela was there. We were
Adam
there.
And Steve.
Adam and Steve. So I think that was just our little group for dinner. But
There was more than that. I don't remember everyone else.
Oh, Chris and Laura were there, and then
That's
I
right,
think that was it. Yeah.
We did the Thriller. We did the boat ride.
That was fun.
That was Angela went with us on
I won my own personal wet t-shirt contest. Yeah, I was the one wearing a white t-shirt and I was drenched.
We also did, these were all at the Bayside Market. We did the Skyview, which is the big wheel that's down over there by the
big wheels keep on turning.
It's down over there by the Hard Rock Cafe. And then we also ate at the Black Market. We did that the first night with Angela. They didn't like it. I liked what I had, but you guys didn't like your food when we went there.
Oh, well, the restaurant is called the Black Market. I don't know why they call it that. I think the place was painted the color black. Is black even a color? I don't know. But isn't that why they call it that? Because it's painted black?
What?
The Black Market.
I don't know why they call it the Black Market.
Well, it's just a restaurant. It's not an actual long market of different stores. The one place is the restaurant.
It's above the Mojito Bar, so it's on second level, and you get we had a good view of. You could see the Virgin port, their cruise port.
Hey, Captain Billy J, welcome. Self-proclaimed Captain Billy J.
And that's also the area where the ships, if they do a U-turn, that's where they did, because we saw one of the Oasis class ships do a U-turn. Yes, welcome in, Billy J.
Captain Treble, Nancy said yes.
Spray the hat.
Not a germaphobe, but you imagine that many hundreds of people go through cruises a year. Do they ever sanitize those hammocks? I don't know, but I'm sure as heck gonna sanitize my own hammock just to be on the safe side. I'm telling you.
All hot and sweaty from the humidity on there, and that's all going to be like a sweaty back on there.
No, a what?
Sweaty back.
No, it was very comfortable actually, and you get the breeze of the ocean air. It was. I could have stayed in it all day, but we had things we wanted to do. So
all right, we got to pick it up. So one of the cool things that we liked about Virgin is they actually have bands, and with these bands, you have a little. See, this is a little door thing. You press it, and it unlocks your door.
Well, the thing I don't like about the bands is that they're just little two strings that hold it on you. It's not like a thick band or anything. They do have little sayings. I think I had the one that was so naughty or something like that, and then they have some other cute, cool little sayings.
Sailors, I think.
Yep. Mine broke, so I had to get a replacement.
And if you put them too tight, no, that was the other thing that we'll talk about. The band.
Yeah, might as well say it before you forget.
It's
so
the Splash of Romance. It's a package that you can pay for that gives you additional stuff.
We had the band around here somewhere, but it's a white band with a little wood circle, and if you pull it too tight, like Derek did, it won't unpull.
And someone told me that, and I started freaking out because I knew it wouldn't doing it. It wouldn't loosen up.
You constrict your wrist, so they have to cut it off.
So and I learned not to do it.
They had to give you
went to guest services.
They gave you a new
Griswold Family Vacation.
Welcome.
They are getting ready to do their big Helen meetup that they do with a lot of different other channels. So I think something like 88 people are going to be doing that, and I think that's in March. So looking forward to see all that you guys do there. Have fun, guys.
They said so the adult cruise ship uses magic bands. I mean, I don't call them magic bands, but yeah, they are bands. I mean, they're cool looking, but they break easily. And then the one that Derek had with the Splash from Romance, don't pull it too tight.
Yes. Billy says that they MSC, which they just came off. I think they were on the seaside, has a wristband. It's much easier to use than a card. I definitely agree with that. 95, Angela says, is how much they're doing or up at the Helen, Georgia meetup.
Should be laughing this hard, or shouldn't be laughing? I don't know.
So some of the cool things about Virgin that we liked about is like the restaurants. So they don't have a main dining room, and the restaurants, they're all basically specialty restaurants that are included in the cost of the cruise.
But their food is so good.
Yeah, we went to the Galley, which is kind of their buffet because they don't really have a buffet, but it's kind of a buffet. It's Extra Virgin, which is their Italian restaurant. We went to the Test Kitchen, which is hard to describe.
If it's like you do it once, then you don't have to do it again.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like the Wonderland on the Royal ships, and possibly
which we would love to do.
Of the chef's table is kind of unique, different things. We went to the Pink Agave, which was a Mexican restaurant. I think that was good. Our second favorite restaurant that we went to.
We did a tequila tasting there.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That was fun too.
We were done, but
I was Mr. Giggles while the poor ladies were trying to give their presentation, and they saw me giggling, and they looked at me smiling. I think one said something like, "Are you okay?" or "We have a giggler over here," or something. I don't know, but they weren't mad. It's tequila. You start giggling.
Life is good today is here. We know.
Welcome. Woo!
Welcome in. We also went to the Wake, which is their steak restaurant, and Gun. I thought it was, it might be Gum.
It's Gum I believe.
And that's they cook it in front of you. I think it's a Korean barbecue is what they describe it as.
It's like teppanyaki in a way, but different.
That was our favorite dinner that we went to.
Yeah.
We had so much
I just remember them throwing people in our group were throwing small little mini colored marshmallows at each other. So we would get them on our table. I'm like, are you serious? But it was fun. They weren't hurting anything, but luckily it didn't land on the burner.
So the food was unique. The problem is
Surfer Girl 326, welcome.
Shuri. The problem is if you book the cruise late, then it's going to be harder for you to book reservations for the restaurants, as well as because once the window opens up, you should really be choosing when you're going. I think for us, it was like January 5th with our cruise, which was February 19th. So it wasn't that much far in advance that you're able to do it. But if people booked at the last minute, they couldn't do it. And then you have to wait to try to get on when you're on the ship. And so that was one of the challenges with it. We also did the brunches. We did Razzle Dazzle, which is a non-meat restaurant. I don't know if it's vegan, but they do have some meat options there. But we went there for brunch and really enjoy it.
No stats. He said the reputation of the food on Virgin is what draws me to it the most. Well, that and those hammocks, and I don't know what Andrew's talking about. Who are you trying to kid with what? Nancy, the Virgin cruises are fun. It's not what everybody says or what you might have heard. The food is really awesome.
Good. Yeah,
it's outstanding. Good. It's so good.
Yeah,
the shows are fun. They're different, but they're fun.
We'll go over that.
And just you got to try it.
So speaking of that, because that's the next subject that we're talking about, they start the night with a pajama party on the very first night of the cruise, and I was wondering, this is weird.
That's fun
to do that, but it kind of sets the tone of what you're going to expect on the ship. So people show up in their pajamas, and some people a little bit less. But,
yeah.
That
Teach
was fun.
Their own.
Yeah. They also had a show called Dual Reality, and some of the shows are really kind of like abstract.
They have like messages.
They do, and I think the cool thing
like
I like about it
lines.
is I took out of it something that Greg took out of it. He interpreted it a different way. But they had that. They had Around the World in 80 Minutes with the Diva. That was hilarious.
It was, yeah. It's not really racy or anything.
No,
it's just a person that's playing a guy that's playing a part of a woman, and it's just having fun as a host as that person. But it was a lot of fun. But we enjoyed the first half more than the second half. We think.
And then the biggest event they show is the Scarlet Night, which is like the red night. And I didn't realize this until after the cruise was over, but it was raining. And because of that, they didn't do a lot of stuff on the deck. And for us, it was hard because maybe they had to change it and they didn't do a really good job of explaining where events were going on. But we were kind of lost where we were supposed to go because different things were going on at different areas of the ship.
They also have the Night Under the Stars.
Oh, yes, that was good.
Where they talk about the constellations. So you go out at the back side of the ship. You sit down. If you have that Splash of Romance, they can bring you your bucket of ice and glasses and bottle of wine, and they tone down the lights. They have this really cool mood lighting, and you just look up at the stars on their lounge chairs, and they talk about the constellations and everything. It's really cool how they do it. It's really nice.
Yeah. Real quick, because we got to get to our other cruises. The excursions that we did, probably one of the best excursions we've ever been on. We booked this outside. Angela actually booked this. She did all the legwork for it. But we did the Chochoben pyramids and combining with a cenote. And then we also went to a restaurant for tacos, like street tacos.
Yeah.
I don't remember how much it was. I think it was like $130, but one of the best. We were looking. I love pyramids. I love the Mayan history. I was looking more to that, but I have to admit, going out to the cenotes,
those were nice.
And we had a chance to swim in like two different areas of it. That was amazing.
Yeah, for me, I thought of a cenote as being like in a cave, like the first cenote we were ever in.
Yeah,
this feels like you're going out in the ocean
or lake,
but then it drops into this
the pit. of it.
God only knows how far down it goes, but that's the cenote.
It
It's
took
like
you to
a
3.
it's a pit. Yeah.
It was they called it the Bacalar cenote, which is the water takes it out to the ocean. They also call it
Mhm.
like Pirates Cove because that's where a lot of the pirates in history
Mhm.
would go through. And then we also did in Roatan we did the Sloss. So it was Victor Bowden
That-
Tours, and this was Chris
that was
from
special.
See the World with Chris. He orchestrated this. We did the Sloss, and at the same place they did the zip line.
Yep. First time ever for zip lining. That was amazing.
We went to it also took us to a rum place. It was a Roatan Rum Company. This here is actually it looks like rum, but it's coffee flavored, rum flavored coffee. One is
So it actually has rum in it.
erotic, exotic.
Oh my god.
Make sure I say.
Apparently he can't read either tonight.
Exotic dark chocolate and Caribbean coconut. So
have we tried that yet?
Yeah, I've ground them, but we haven't.
Oh, maybe I didn't realize. And it actually has rum in it?
Yeah, it's rum flavored coffee. And then we also bought some rum from there. And then we ended up going to Bananarama. I don't know if you remember what Bananarama is.
Oh, cool, Jamie. Welcome.
Bananarama is a seaside restaurant. We had to pay for our dinner there, our lunch, but we were able to go on the water. It's like the private resort is basically what it was. Bananarama. After that, we went down to the beach area and we went into the water for a little bit. And then we went back onto the ship. So that was all part of that one cruise. Yeah, that was part of the Victor Bowden tour on there. You would wait for 2 years when the videos come out.
Oh, and we were out in the water and we got back on the little boat, you mean?
No, this is after that.
Oh, I don't remember. Okay.
But that's a different port too. This was
and Jay was with us too on that, I remember also.
Yes.
Yep, and Brendan was there, Peg and Artie's son.
So a very good time with Virgin. I definitely would recommend it. We are going to do it again in the future. So that was kind of the highlights of what that trip was. Our next trip was
Derek went through a lot to put this all together today because I was working like crazy. So I'm just kind of going with the flow here.
We went on the
Norwegian Encore,
which is a Breakaway Plus class ships
on their Alaska cruise.
I will say one more thing to wrap up the Virgin one. I don't like smaller ships. We like bigger ships because there's always more things that you can do, which is.
But this had a lot packed into
Virgin.
it.
I love how they created all these little nooks and crannies that gave you kind of like little private areas, which I thought was cool.
Yep. Especially the bars that were like that. That was fun.
The Encore is 4,000 passengers. It's definitely a bigger ship. I will tell you right off, the one thing which surprised me is, and I didn't think of this. So if you guys have never sailed Alaska, we went beginning of May, so it was colder. When you go up and it gets cold, people go inside. So the outside areas like the pool,
which
were
was
not
all
crowded,
which was all the time.
So if you go on like the Breakaway Plus class ships and you're going to Mexico, if you're going in the Caribbean, most of the people are going to be out on the balcony. Well, imagine all those people doing the outside stuff are now inside. So the bars were crowded. The buffet, which is huge, if you didn't get there at a specific time, you were walking around, and food was not an issue getting that. Trying to find a spot, walking around.
Because it was cold.
Walking around.
Because of the type of cruise, it was Alaska. So not a lot of people wanted to be outside in the cold, which I don't blame them.
And that was the biggest eye opener for me.
But I still loved the Alaskan cruise.
Yes.
Alaska's beautiful.
Welcome in, Daniel.
Welcome.
Fields. How is the bubbly, Gregory?
The bubbly is bubbly.
So
it's very good.
We went we sailed out of Seattle for the first time because on the Discovery Princess, we sailed out of Vancouver and we ended up in Seattle, but we went straight home. So it's a 7-night cruise. We went from May 7th through the 14th. So we went to Seattle, we went to Juneau, we went to Skagway.
We went to Juneau?
Glacier Bay. Glacier Bay is
Cheesy
not where
joke.
you can get off the ship, but it's a national park and they do something special there, which I didn't realize how cool that was.
Mhm.
And then we went to Ketchikan.
Well, they have people from the national park tender in on the ship,
Yeah.
set up a little area, and you can buy DVDs, memorabilia, things like that. You
Books
know, books and
explaining about it.
souvenirs from the park. So.
Yeah. Some of the fun things we did there, we stayed at the Seattle Marriott waterfront. So if you ever sell NCL, it's the perfect locations. We literally went across the crosswalk, and you're there. You're right at the cruise port. So we definitely would recommend staying there. We went to Pike's Place Market. We went and did the Amazon Go shop. That was one of the things I wanted to do. I saw that on
interesting. Yeah.
Life with Favor when they went out of, I think they were on the Carnival Legend and they went to
I
the
think
Amazon
they're closing those down now. I don't know if it took off very well.
I heard they were closing some too. We went to the Old Stove Brewing.
That was fun.
Yeah, and
that was a hoot and a holler.
That's basically at Pike's Market. We actually did all the like things to do in Seattle. We released that video. That's like I think our last video that we did. So that's out there available if you guys are interested in that. We also went to the original Starbucks. That was cool. Different experience, and I don't know what I was thinking. But
it took a while though to get in there.
30 minutes to get in. After the cruise, we went to Bill's Spidle underground city.
That was cool too. And that's like a one-off. Unless you go again with someone that's never done it, I could probably live without doing it again.
We went to we did the Seattle Great Wheel. And this is going to sound bad, but there is a restaurant called it's going to sound really bad. It's called Biscuit Bitches. And we wanted to go to it.
It's just the name.
But we there wasn't places where you could sit, and we were looking for a place because of the size of our party that we were going with. So we ended up going across the street to a place called Conversation, and they were
really nice,
very accommodating of us. They actually had another party that was going through, and they said if you guys can get done by this time, you're more than welcome to come in now.
And we sure did.
So that was a really good experience on there too.
And it's like they say, but like what it's called, conversation, and you have conversation while you're eating. So perfect place.
Did we have?
Sorry. Alaska is a beautiful place to cruise to, Nancy. Yes, and it was our first time, and I will definitely want to go again sometime. Probably to the upper part region of it.
Cheryl is going to go to Alaska in May. I want to go. Ann says I want to go to Alaska, but Rich doesn't want to be to the cold cruise places. I guess it depends when you go to them.
Well, you just wear your parka, bundle up, double layer your clothes, maybe even triple layer depending how cold you get.
Some of the things that we loved on this class of ship, they have this is the model of the NCL Encore. So this area here, all the way, I'm going the wrong way, all the way around the third of the ship, this is where the observation lounge is. Observation lounge is where it's almost like a library. There's a lot of it's designed for ships to go into Alaska and have a great view of everything that you're going into while you're in the comfort of being inside. There's like 3 different buffets, little mini buffets that are stretched around. There's bar in there. There's like piano music in there. So it's a really cool place. We were on this side of the ship. So this is forward. We're on.
Of course, the ship wasn't like this in the water.
we were in the very first cabin where you would walk out, go through the doors where the cabins were, and then you're right into the observation lounge. Perfect location. I was wanting to stay in that one area, and we were able to get it. So that was good. The one thing I liked about it is the shower was massive. The shower was big. Do you remember that, Greg? That was probably the biggest shower that we've been in on any
it was very nice, and it did not have curtains in it.
No, even the Virgin one shower was amazing.
They had like curtains,
the waterfall. What do they call that? The rainforest shower head that comes straight down on you. That was a really good one too.
We're not a big fan of curtains on the cruise ship, or really curtains in general.
So restaurants that we love, I think my favorite restaurant on any cruise ship is the teppanyaki that are on the Breakaway Plus class ships. We always go to Ocean Blue.
Hey, Disney Nerd Herders, welcome.
Welcome in,
Hope you
guys.
guys are having fun at Disney.
We went to Cagney's, which is a steakhouse. Los Lobos was a surprise. I'm not a big fan of Mexican restaurants.
That was good food.
Because I figure, how can a cruise ship do authentic Mexican food?
The street corn was amazing. I loved that.
We were so filled up on what they gave us. I would highly recommend it. And this was a good second of all the different restaurants we went to. Very good. So we go back on a ship that has Los Lobos. We're going to make sure that we go there. Now, we also went to the Food Republic, which has like an international, all these different kind of Asian
That's
style.
the a la carte. So you
yeah.
pay as you order. Whatever you order, you pay for. I like to get the what is it called? The those string bean thingies that you
edamame or
edamame. Yes, I love salted edamame. It's so good.
Yeah. And then the buffet.
Hey, Stacy from Nerd Herders, Disney Nerd Herders.
The thing I like about the buffet is there's so many different options. There's Asian food. There's like pizza. There's, so many different kinds and they have a lot of different stations. That's why it's never hard to find food on it. Like on Carnival. Well, we'll talk about that one a little bit later. But so really good. The one disappointment I would say is on this ship, they had Kinky Boots, but they canceled it during COVID. And I heard they just received a lot of flack about the show. A lot of parents weren't happy about it. But they canceled it. But they have the Choir of Man, which is one.
That's a good one.
Very
too.
fun show. Yes. So I highly recommend that. But that was the only one. So not a whole lot of entertainment in terms of
I think we
shows
saw it twice.
I think we did. I don't know if we did. When we went to for our excursions there. Look at time. Okay, 43. We had in Juneau, we had booked through Viator. Wow,
Violator. Okay.
I went into.
I would not want to book through them.
Sherry, Destination Fun. Welcome. We booked. It was the Mildenhall Glacier Lake canoe tour, and why we were looking forward to that, you actually get on a canoe. I think it's like with 20 people, and so if you're like,
but that was when it got canceled.
Yes, so you're ruining my moment. You just. So
I'm sorry. He's having a moment.
It takes you closer to
pretend you didn't hear that.
It takes you closer to the glacier than some of the other ones, and not that you can touch it, but you're closer to it to get a better view of it. And Greg's right. Oh my gosh, overfloweth.
What a waste of alcohol!
It was really windy, and it was kind of funny, our interactions. The NCL Bliss, which is my favorite ship of any cruise line, the NCL Bliss was in Juneau, and it had to leave in order for us to dock at the same port, the same dock. And so we had to wait there. So I called them since we were close enough to land and said, we can't get off the ship yet. Is there going to be a delay in terms of, are we going to miss where we're supposed to meet up? And they said, no, you're fine. We are keeping an eye on the ship. We know when you're docking. So, you'll be fine. Well, then we were waiting to get off the ship because there was a specific time. I got a call and they said, due to the windy conditions, we have to cancel your tour. So we're like, so we were looking so forward to that.
Hey, Jay Hoskins, welcome.
We were just talking about
that you were on our
Virgin,
the Virgin Cenote excursion. That was awesome.
So what did we do instead? We went up the Gold Belt tram, which takes you up to that. I forgot what they call the point.
That's a steep hill, but it was fun. It was a fun ride.
And then we did the Red Dog Saloon.
So you didn't do anything, Jay. Don't worry.
So we had duck farts at the Red Dog Saloon. So we've always wanted to try that. That's a famous bar up there. So we ended up having a good time still with that. And then probably one of the highlight tours that we went to, we got to really speed up. We went to Skagway.
Or we'll just have a part 2 next week.
Skagway. No, because we got to do the results today. Skagway, we did the White Pass Railroad. one of the best excursions we have ever done. The White Pass Railroad.
Yes, that was beautiful.
Such beauty
in
going
Alaska.
up to the snow, seeing the change of from non-snow going up to the valley.
Hey, AB, welcome.
In, and
hey, Ben
Pepper Tree
from
Villa.
Pepper Tree Villa, welcome.
So we went on that, and then we went down to Skagway Brewing Company. This brewing company is famous for a couple of things. One, I ate Rudolph. I had a reindeer chili dog that people recommend.
I think I took a bite of it and I was like, no, thanks.
And then it was a little rubbery, but it was okay. And then there's a spruce tip ale that they make from the tips of spruce trees, little, I don't know what you want to call them, but they make beer out of it. And it's supposed to help. I don't know if it's scurvy or some kind of disease that the miners would get because they weren't getting the nutrients, and it would help them cure it. And they make that up there. So I tried that. I actually did
So drinking beer helps the cure.
Well, it's the spruce tip one. It's specifically that. But I remember I did the beer flight, and that was actually my favorite one. And I didn't know if I would like it. We also did in Ketchikan, we did the Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show. Do you remember that?
Yes,
and that was a really fun show on there. So let's see.
We actually, Norwegian Bliss is our favorite Norwegian cruise line. Cruise ship, yes. Sorry.
Yes, I love the Bliss. I love the Bliss. So that was it. Some of the things I like about the ship also too is like the local. The local is a restaurant which is open 24/7. So in the middle of the night, if you want a burger, if you want to get, what did you get all the times that you really liked? Was it the pretzel bites? It was the pretzel bites that I think you really liked on there.
Yeah, and at the social, I think the local, yeah.
And the cool thing is it's above their atrium where they do a lot of their shows and that. So we would go and on the level above it, which is where the local is, and you can peer over. You have like those little bar stools with a little table there in front of the ledge, and you can watch the show while you're eating. We actually did a Harry Potter contest. Ben and David was sitting next to us, and they came over and they said, because we had talked to them a little bit earlier on, this was on the Bliss. But to finish the story, they said, do you guys know the answers to these? And these answers, we know Harry Potter
very well, but
they're so obscure. We're like, what the heck? Where did you come up with these questions? But
that's probably why, because people know it too much, so they want to make people think and not win.
Jay said the cenote excursion was pretty awesome. Never seen fresh water so blue, right? That was crazy. And then Anne, well, there is plenty in Buffalo area. School was canceled today and tomorrow. That's crazy. So love the NCO Breakaway Plus class ships. Just disappointed that it was so many people inside because it was cold. I thought, why just go outside? Who cares? I guess we could have done that. But all right, our last one that we went on was a group cruise, and that was
which was our last cruise
Carnival Celebration. Yes. So this
very fun, awesome time. I actually enjoyed this Carnival cruise probably the most out of the Radiance, doing it twice, and then this one. So this one, I mean, the Radiance was fun. This was really cool with all the people that we went with too.
So the group cruise was put on. Betsy was the travel agent, which is from Beach Please, and also they were in partnership with Adventures Ahead, which was Josh and Michelle. There was quite a few people on this.
Yes, and Hanley for sure.
And another side group, there was over 100 people of trying to meet up. So that was the hardest portion of it.
Ryan Donahue, welcome. Do we say hi to Destination Fun? Welcome.
Yes, that's Sherry. I agree, Ryan. It could definitely be on it, which now since we only have like 10 minutes left and we have other things to cover, we're probably going to go over on it. But so what was this cruise? It was a 7-night cruise. We actually had Halloween celebrations on it, which I love Carnival. I love Carnival parties, but it was a 7-night cruise. We had 3 sea days.
We got to dress up a lot on this cruise too. We did the Halloween, we did the 80s, We did
Another Halloween.
Yep, another Halloween.
Um,
We didn't do the white party, but that's fine.
no, I don't know if they had the white party. Amber Cove we went to, San Juan, and St. Thomas were the ports that we went to. And then the only thing we did really different, we had a meetup with people at Hard Rock Cafe before the cruise.
Thank you, AB.
And then after the cruise, Greg and I had time to share because they changed our airport flight. We didn't leave till like 5:00. We ended up going back to Bayside Market, and we had Margaritaville, which we haven't had in a very long time.
We do like Hallmark as well. Yep. And the Christmas movies from them.
So some of the things we were on the Lido deck. We've been, as Greg mentioned before, we've been on 3 now Carnival ships. We've only stayed on the Lido deck. And I will tell you, I love the Lido deck. I love being able to go out on your room and going out where one of my favorite, I think probably my favorite restaurant on any Carnival ship is the Blue Iguana. I love the Blue Iguana, which is there.
That's your favorite on any ship?
On Carnival ship, sorry. On the Carnival line. I love the Blue Iguana. That's my favorite restaurant on there.
But that's just a walk-up thing.
It's a walk-up, but it's for breakfast. You can get lunch on there. They don't have any dinner for it, but I love the ease and I love the location of it. And the food is good. And you can get like 3 different kinds of proteins, what you want. And they have the tacos, or they have the burritos. So there's a lot of options for you to get there. So I love that. But we ate at
I like that in the burger place. That was good too.
Oh yeah, guys Burgers. I forgot about that. That was good. We enjoyed that. Fahrenheit 555 is our steakhouse. We ate that with Nancy and Jay was there too.
Yep.
And
Sarah
from the Q
Sarah and her husband. Yep.
That was good. We always go there the first night because you get a free bottle of wine if you go there the first night. We did a sushi making class with Angela, which was
fun.
Very fun.
It was interesting.
We did shebang, which okay, not the best, but I think if I tried something different, because some people loved shebang, some people didn't love it.
There was a lot of mixed review on that one. They were actually trying to get people to go with vouchers. They were asking, did you go to the shebang? And they would invite people to go, and we already went when they asked us. So, but yeah, it's good to try at least one time.
Anne said the naan was my favorite since I met you two there.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, I remember hugging you a couple of times when we were, saying our bye to everybody on the last night. So,
and she also says we would get along well. Harry Potter, Hallmark.
Oh yeah, I was reading that. Yeah.
Side note, real quick. I was telling Greg today. I said, you know what? I said, since we have to cancel all of our 2024 cruises, I said, I think this is the year that we have to go see a Bills game in Buffalo, and we can make it work. So, and if you have connections to tickets, like, not that we want them free, not saying that, but in terms of the ease of being able to buy them, we'll hit you up and see.
Wow.
Not that we don't, that's the only reason why we want to see you. But yeah, we're looking at trying to make that happen this year because I want to see a game. And I've seen the Bills play 5-6 times, but never in Buffalo. And I really want to do that before they tear down the stadium.
Jay didn't really like shebang. He said it was meh each time he went. Flavors were good, but nothing was hot or really ever warm.
I heard that too.
Wasn't that the one that I spilt dressing on you or something?
Yes, you did. Yes. Soy sauce.
Oh yes, it was soy sauce, and it smelled so bad. I felt so bad.
That's right. We got it out. We got it out. We also went to Guy's Pig and Anchor for dinner. We had that with Josh and Michelle.
Yeah, that was a hit and miss. The chicken was kind of dry, but the other meat was pretty good.
I only had the meat, chicken. Sorry. We went to Rudy's. we went to Rudy's Sea Grill, which was probably our favorite specialty restaurant that we went to, and that's the seafood place. That was really good.
Yes,
I know you're not registering that.
No, I am. You said Rudy's. That was probably the best place we actually went to. I loved the seafood, the Rudy's seafood.
Welcome,
Pepper Tree. Welcome.
Ding, ding, ding. We went to see Dr. Seuss. We had Dr. Seuss breakfast.
That's
you want a sugar rush?
That's a lot of sugar. That's all that is. It's just sugar.
We've done it twice now on 3 Carnival cruises. I don't know if I would do it again. Just because
yeah, it's fun, but it's a lot of sugar.
It's definitely a lot of sugar. And then we also did Shaq's Big Chicken. Now, the one thing that I know a lot of people don't always like Jack's
Oh yeah,
Shack
Jay
Big Chicken.
sat by us at Rudy's. We were almost
That's
leaving
right.
it, and he came in. What the heck?
I had Big Chicken without any, because I was really trying to watch with me with my gallbladder removal. I was trying to be careful what I was eating. I had it grilled. I had I didn't have any seasoning or batter on the outside. I really liked it. I thought that was really good. So I would and I thought, oh great, how long has that thing been in there that they gave me? But it was tender. I thought it was gonna be like rubber.
But I really liked it, even though it was 3 days old. No,
that's what I thought it might
joking.
be. But glass shower in the Carnival bathroom. I didn't think the shower was, or the bathroom was too small. I thought
Wow,
it was good size.
Angela, that's not even true. I knew what he meant.
Excursions.
The light is turned on.
We went to Amber Cove, where we just stayed at port. We stayed by the pool, and that was fun. We hung out at the pool for a while. We went to San Juan, which was one of my favorite ports, and it helped because every time I was dreading to go because it's always so hot every time people go. It was humid, but it was raining.
It wasn't unbearable.
No, it was raining on like nonstop, so we got drenched. But the quaintness of it, how the roads are small, the cobblestone roads, and they're like blue stones. It's just amazing. And we went to a couple of things. We went to what is it? Batachina, I think. Bachira. It's where one of the places where they said they created the pina colada. We also had mofongo there, which we've never had before.
Yeah, that was fun.
We went to the Parque de los Palomas, which is where the pigeons were. That's where Gary opened up his umbrella and all the pigeons like
yes. And that right before that we went to the cathedral, which was beautiful.
It was
that was emotional for me.
Catedral Basilica de San Juan Bautista.
Michelle the Quilter, welcome.
And welcome in, Michelle. And that's where the monument, I don't think he's buried there, but I think they have a monument for Ponce de Leon. Angela, correct me. Well, there was a dead body there that was like a mummified one.
Oh my gosh.
But it wasn't.
Well, they have a name though. I just don't know who it is.
I don't know who it was too. And then we also did St. Thomas. We went back up to Paradise Point, and then we went into the Pirates Museum, where I got blown away by a hurricane, and I barely.
Well, we all got blown away by a hurricane. It was just a giant fan at full blast. Nothing like a real hurricane. Let me tell you something right now. So, and that was the place that we had to go back because I bought a shirt, and they make their shirts a little different. So it was one size too small. Actually, I think it ended up being 2 sizes too small, even though I took one size. I think I went up 2 sizes just to be on the safe side, and it still fit me fine. So they really make their stuff a little different. But I loved the shirt, and I could not get it. I had to get it.
Both Danny and Billy and Jay said that San Juan is the best. Billy, I just
not in St. Thomas and San Juan.
No, St. Thomas. We got blown away.
Oh, at the Pirate Museum. Okay.
Yes. So we're gonna end this with 10 questions, and we're gonna give them like one who we think is
okay. Speed run. You got 2 minutes.
So you got to focus, Greg. All right. So
I'm focused.
So let's talk about ship design. We like big ships.
Okay, let's go.
So overall construction, like what they have available for people to do. What is your overall feeling of ship design? What's of the 3 ships? If you give number 1. So Virgin.
Okay, I cannot read that.
This is Virgin, Norwegian, and
I'm glad you know what that meant. Okay,
we've been on 3 ships that we talked about. Which one of them was your favorite ship design?
I would probably say Virgin because it's very unique.
It's tough because they're all so different. Virgin was the smallest. Carnival was a totally different layout than some of the other ones. I really liked.
But I think Carnival. Virgin was very unique how they did it.
Okay, so Greg says,
but that's
Virgin.
Me.
Yep. I'm still gonna say for ship design, I'm gonna say Norwegian. I'm going to say the Encore. Okay, the room. All had glass showers, which good. You have a hammock in one.
I would say
the si-
Virgin.
You know what? I would say Virgin too. I like
Just because the hammock alone.
the thing I like about Virgin. When I saw pictures of it, I thought that looks kind of cheesy, kind of maybe outdated. But when you see it in person, and I was watching videos today of it, like, oh wow, this is a lot better in person. So okay, restaurants and food. So think of it of the food that
Virgin.
we did.
I'm sorry, it's Virgin for that. If between those three, you can't get better than Virgin with the food.
My favorite restaurant is still Teppanyaki on NCL. My favorite quick go-to restaurant would be Blue Iguana on Carnival. But overall, and the fact that all the food is included and you don't have to pay extra for it, I would also say Virgin. Oh, this is not the way that I thought it was going to go. Okay, the different places that we visited.
Even Jay agrees.
The three of all the different excursions that we went
Norwegian.
and had a chance to experience.
Norwegian. Alaska alone, just yeah.
Yeah, we did some really cool things in there. But
that's me. So I don't
the
know.
The one downfall when we went to Ketchikan, that you go to Ward Cove. Ward NCL, because they don't own, it's Carnival and like Princess, which is owned by Carnival.
All right, guys, we'll go over by a little bit, but thank you for watching.
They get to park right in front of Ketchikan, so you're right there in the city. But Carnival or Norwegian doesn't have that option, so they bought Ward Cove, and it takes like 20 minutes to get there. And when we went to see the Alaskan show, with the length of time that we were in port, we did not have time to explore the rest of the city, which was very disappointing.
Well, you and I have been to Ketchikan before, but
yes, but if that was our first time and we had an experience, that would have been a big letdown, because when we had a chance to walk it, we had a good one.
What's your vote?
I'm like,
what's your vote?
I'm gonna actually say Virgin.
Okay. Shows.
Okay.
I would say Virgin, just because of the
Carnival
distinctness and the differences, and I haven't seen anything like it before.
Carnival seems like they're starting to be a lot more inclusive with their shows. The one that we saw, Color My World, which I thought was I really liked that. We never had a chance. The problem is with Carnival,
get to see a lot of them.
We didn't, because the way they had their shows, it conflicted with other things that we're doing.
I'm going to say Virgin.
Orange Cone
Vlog, welcome.
So I think I'm going to be, this is not the way. I agree with Virgin on it too. Okay, so app. We talked about technology, the ease of the apps.
I didn't really use the app, to be honest, but I mean,
we did have some glitches with we did have some glitches with the Virgin one that we had to go to guest services to fix.
Yeah.
Some of the things we booked on it was
I
gone.
think they all glitched at times though.
But then also some of the things we had planned on booking, because we could see what we thought was going to be like the days where we were planning things, and then when we got on the ship, not everything, but things have changed, like the tequila tasting.
Maybe Carnival
probably
had the best one.
I would actually agree with that. I thought Carnival had the best working app.
Bars.
That's tough, because
I would say Virgin.
Virgin had a lot of good ones. I'm still going to say NCL, because NCL has the
it would be a tie between NCL and Virgin, but I'll go with Virgin.
Okay.
Just because the uniqueness of it.
They had the dock house, or the dock, which is at the back of the ship, where we like to hang out. I think that was probably the bar that we went to the most. And then on NCL,
Jay even said Carnival's app is regarded as the best.
Oh, that's good to see. Thank you, Jamie, for saying thumbs up.
Thank you.
The casino. The casino. I know Virgin's was small. We didn't even play, but the Virgin was too small.
I would say Carnival.
Carnival was tight. I lost I'll be honest, I've lost at least $1,000 on.
But you can't base it on that because all of them can be tight.
But I always seem to win.
But as far as how big they are and stuff, but go ahead. Sorry.
I'm going to say you say Carnival.
Mhm.
I'm going to say Norwegian because I always seem to
Okay.
win in Norwegian.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Future excitement is what cruise, like, what cruise line are you more excited about sailing
Virgin.
again?
We've done a lot of Norwegians and Carnival. We've only done one Virgin cruise.
And then of all the ports and the itineraries that we visited, which one had the best ports that we visited?
Norwegian for Alaska.
I would agree with that too. All right, so let's get a total on here. Well, if you want to scroll through,
we're both like-minded with the same thing, so that's cool. Virgin had 1/3 of the slots, Daniel said. Carnival Casinos, I won nothing, he said. Our Destination Fund said. What is that? Can't see that. Everything else, Ann Hanley said. These lights really mess up my eyes right now. Virgin needs to do more than a 5-day for me to travel for it, Daniel said. Happily ever Yodi? Is it Yodi or Yeti? Welcome. Yadi.
Welcome in.
Welcome. We are running a little over, so thank you for joining.
Yes.
So what are the numbers?
This has surprised me. I would tell you my first gut was I would say even though the disappointment of the crowd, I would have said the NCL cruise that we went on was going to be my favorite. But you said out of 10 points possible, your number one category was Virgin at 6.
Yep.
I had 5.
That was the highest.
Yes. You had 2 for Norwegian. I had 4. You had 2 for Carnival. I had 1.
Amanda Shows, welcome.
Welcome.
We love Virgin, but we did 3 of them last year and they lack consistency. We did 2 on Scarlet and 1 on Valiant. The food wasn't as good Valiant as it was on Scarlet.
Oh wow! And we really enjoyed the Valiant.
Yeah, but we've never done the Scarlet. So, were you done? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I would tell you, Jay, a couple things. I think it really.
Alaska itself, yes, was at the top.
Yes, but my nature is like for example, when I go to movies, I try not to get build up. I don't try to build things up because when I hype things up, it's never as good as you are hoping it to be.
And we don't go by critics or anything like that either. We go with what we think.
I was so excited for this cruise, the Alaskan cruise, and our friends had never been on Norwegian before. I was like, this is a ship we haven't been on yet. People say the Encore is their favorite ships. Bliss is ours, but they're sister ships with each other. I was so excited to show our friends that, and it just kind of felt like it didn't. Well, it didn't meet the expectations.
Things went into that because of people's personal opinions and stuff. But as far as Alaska itself, it was gorgeous. It did not let us down at all.
No, Alaska was a beautiful thing, but it took away like the buffet. That really bugged me. Not trying to find it because one day we ended up going to the main dining room for breakfast because there was no room for it. We got frustrated, but so Virgin came out number 1.
There you go.
That's very impressive.
We do plan on going on Virgin again sometime in the future. Lots of things going on right now, so we've actually canceled all of our cruises for this year, unfortunately. But it's probably for the best because we would prefer having a place to live than not. So, but there's plenty of other fun little things that we can do throughout the year that don't cost as much. So we'll give cruising a break for now.
And goes, well, don't you agree that the meetup was the best on the non? If you say no, I will be disappointed. When I told Greg, I said we needed to take meeting people out of this equation because there was like 20 something people on it
was fun meeting you and everyone else
on Virgin. We went with some friends on Encore, only 2, And then on the other one, there were so many different people that we try to take that out of the equation. Just seeing everyone though on the non was, I don't know if that will ever happen again, how many people that we actually had a chance to meet. So yes, the meetup was awesome. I actually enjoyed
Some
the
things
last
we will never
night
get back.
better because the football game was on and the Bills lost to the Patriots. So I was down in the bar watching it and crying because the Bills lost
Oh my gosh.
to the dreaded Patriots.
And I'm like, are you coming up yet? Because everybody's like saying hi and stuff.
Yeah.
And Derek's like, I'll be up there. I'm like, the game's right here at the bar.
Yes, but just meeting the group and so many on it, we had it. All three cruises were amazing. So not a disappointment in doing anything on that. Holland is, I hear, is good. Princess.
Yes, that was
good.
fun, Billy J.
Princess is very good to go on Alaskan cruises too. So I would recommend Alaska too.
But thank you everybody for joining our show. It was fun reminiscing and going over these different trips. And we'll be back again next week.
Yes. So I'm Derek.
And I'm Gregory.
If you forget our names, it's okay, because I'm a little explorer.
And I'm Big Explorer.
And as Dizney once said, we are just getting started. Wow, we actually remember that. It's been a couple of weeks.
Walt Disney, to be exact.
Have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.